What is going on, everybody? CJC presents WandA Workouts and Anime. We are back with my hypothetical wish list for a hypothetical character pass 3, part 2 of 3 in this video series. Now, before we get into today's video, I do have two disclaimers. One, because a lot of people, or maybe not a lot, but there are definitely some people who are very upset by my my last video in this series, aka part 1, in which people believe, like, oh, like you shouldn't say this or whatever. I know I said it in that video, so I will say it again. Again, this is a hypothetical character pass 3. Is this going to happen? Quite frankly, probably not. I mean, let's take a look at the 4th year anniversary that One Piece Pirate Warriors 4 just did. That was fucking dog shit. Let's just call it what it is, right? If you wanted the sweatshirt, good for you. But for the most part, it came out pretty horrible, the whole thing. So this looks to be it for content. Again, this is just a hypothetical series. Part 1 is what I believe Koei would release in terms of a hypothetical character pass 3 if they were to do it. Today's video is a wish list. If they did a character pass 3, who would I want to see? No restrictions necessarily, right? It could be any character. So that's my thought process into today's video. Yeah, with that being said, let me know your genuine wish list in the comment section below before I get started. I know a lot of you guys did that for part 1. Again, like I said in part 1, that was more so like what Koei would probably release, right? That's what I was guessing. And it's, again, in today's video, my hypothetical wish list for a hypothetical character pass 3. Please do not bitch in the comments, respectfully. With that being said, let's get started. DLC Pack 7. I was struggling to come up with the name for DLC Pack 7, but I think it can be something along the lines of the left and right wings battling on the rooftop. Something, battle in the castle, something along those lines. And here's the only time where I'm going to cheat in terms of the formula that they gave us. So typically, of course, we only see 3 characters per DLC pack. But for DLC pack 7, I would love to see they cheat it out and have one character slot, like, not actually one character slot, it will be 2 character slots, of course, but I want to see Onigashima Sanji, I want to see Conqueror's Haki Zoro, I want to see King and Queen, and of course the character who will get a skin, a non-DLC character who will get a skin. Remember, we are playing by the rules that have been set for Character Pass 2. If you want to see those rules, please refer to part 1 of the video series. But the non-DLC character who will get a new skin will be Big Mom. Big Mom will get her rooftop skin, basically, or wherever her Onigashima skin was. But yeah, of course, we gotta see these new characters. Would love to see a new Sanji. Quite frankly, Sanji is a mid-tier character, and he's my favorite Straw Hat, so I want to see more shit for him, of course. Of course, Zoro. I think Zoro's a bit slow in the game, if I'm just being honest, right? Like, pre-time skip Zoro's pretty good, post-time skip pretty meh, if I'm just being honest. I want to see some new stuff for him, at least some faster stuff or more like destructive stuff for him, with incorporating advanced Conqueror's Haki into his combos. Would love to see that, so would definitely like to see more of that. King, super excited. I mean, I think base form he could be a speed type, and then of course sky type, right, with his transformation. Queen, I was thinking more so like a technique type, just because of the different viruses and stuff that he has in his arsenal. So his base form would be a technique type, and then of course his Brachiosaurus would be or his hybrid form, kind of, when he shoots like the lasers and shit, when he was fighting Sanji at the end there. His hybrid form, so to speak, that can be a power type or speed type too, to be honest, either or. I would be more than happy with that. Now we are here, DLC Pack 8. Of course. It's gotta be the movie pack, man. DLC Pack 8. I don't know, you can title it the Pack of the Villains, some shit like that. It could be something along those lines, right? Of course, I'm going to have in this DLC pack Zephyr, Grand Tesoro, I believe his name is, and Douglas Bullet. Zephyr, of course, I think this is, pretty self-evident. You gotta be a power type. Incorporate the Dynastones into his moveset, which I will actually talk about that in my next DLC pack. Stay tuned. Yeah, I think power type's pretty evident for him. He's not a speed type. Definitely not a technique type. And I don't think he was in mid-air all of Film Z. So, no aerial combos for him, like Garp. So I think pure power type. Would love to see it. Grand Tesoro, technique type, I think that's pretty obvious. Turning his enemies into gold, similar to how Boa turns his people to stone. He just turns them to gold, so there you go. If you want to incorporate a transformation for him, you can. Of course, then that would be a power type. But I think with his moveset, I think it makes more sense that his giant golden statue form is an ultimate move rather than a transformation. Again, that's just my opinion. That's just how I think it would work, because his form is just so gigantic, right? It's not like Kaido height, it's like Or's height, right? So I think, that's how it would work in my head, but I digress. And of course, Douglas Bullet, I think he works well with a speed type. That motherfucker was moving, dude, in the Stampede film. Right, he was moving. I can see the argument for power type for sure, but I would definitely like to see him as a speed type. And again, with the transformation, he could have a transformation. Again, that could just be an ultimate move. I'm open to discuss, to be quite honest. Let me know in the comment section below. Now, I know some of you guys are saying or asking me, why don't you have Shiki as a part of your movie DLC pack? Because he will actually be saved for another DLC pack, not in this video, but in part 3. So part 3, that's going to be just random DLC pack themes and stuff that I would like to see, right? Just some random ones. So Shiki will be a part of that video and in that DLC pack plan. Again, I think that video will come out sometime next week. And now, we're here at DLC Pack 9, and quite frankly, this is a really fun one, just something really interesting to do, because not too many people discuss it, and for all the right reasons, right? I mean, there's like a copyright issue, and potentially, and stuff like that. But DLC Pack 9, give us, hear me out for a wish list, dude, hear me out when I say this, video game original characters. Come on now. One Piece video games have been offering a lot of unique villains. The 3 that come to mind for DLC pack characters, of course, Patrick Redfield. I had to look up his name because I forgot. Isaac, the Marine Admiral, Vice Admiral, Rear Admiral, wherever he was. And, of course, from One Piece Odyssey, Audio. I think this would be really interesting to see these characters outside of their video game. The only thing is, right, is copyright issue. Would those specific studios be willing to allow these characters be a part of this other gaming franchise? Going forward, if we see a Pirate Warriors 5 or 6, I would love to see in-game originals, right? Because if you guys have played the Gundam Musou games, right, they have custom Gundams specifically for the Musou games. So I think it would be really cool to see a custom One Piece Musou character, right? That's just in the Musou games. Until we see that, of course, I think it would be really cool to incorporate the video game characters. Patrick Redfield could easily be a technique or power type, right? With technique, he does utilize the abilities of other characters. Like he has ice abilities. I think he has fire, if I'm not mistaken. So you can go either or, quite frankly. And then Isaac, simple enough, sky type character. Boom, done. And then Ario, he could be a power type, if I'm just being honest, utilizing his hands and stuff like that. The grab ability, or whatever his ability was. Incorporating that into your combos, I think, would be absolutely awesome. Again, those are the 3 characters that really come to mind the most. I think those were the last 3 One Piece games outside of the Musou games. So I think it would be really interesting to see them outside of the scope, right? Like, I would love to see Redfield interact with Roger, interact with Garp. Like, I would love to see that shit, dude. So, that being said, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Again, let's recap here. So, DLC Pack 7. We are cheating with this DLC pack because it is the left and right wings of the I don't know, the captains that are battling on the rooftop. I don't know, some shit like that. But in this DLC pack, we will see an updated Sanji, Advanced Conqueror's Haki Zoro, King, Queen, and of course Big Mom, that only non-DLC character getting a new costume, and that is of course her at the Battle of Onigashima costume. DLC Pack 8 is the movie pack. I would love to see Zephyr, Gran Tesoro. I hope I'm saying his name right. I'm very confident in saying his name right now. And it's been wrong the whole time. No, I'm just kidding. I believe it is Gran Tesoro and Douglas Bullets. And last but not least, DLC Pack 9. Dude, give us the video game characters. I think that would be so cool. Again, like, I haven't seen too many people float around that idea, so I think this would be really interesting. So, of course, Patrick Redfield. Ooh, my mic fell. Patrick Redfield, Isaac, and Ario from One Piece Odyssey. Would love to see those characters outside of their setting. Alright, guys, this is my wish list. Again, part 2 of 3. Next video, which will come out sometime next week, will be just very fun, random DLC pack ideas that I would like to see. I think would be interesting to see. So with that being said, see you in the comment section below. Again, let me know your actual wish list. I know some of you guys did that for my last video, but maybe your wish list has changed, or maybe you want to roast my genuine wish list. All right, let's talk in the comments. That being said, this is a long-ass outro. I am tired. With that being said, I will see you in the comments once again, and in, of course, the next video. Peace.